Well, hi everybody. Man, my face is. Oh, there we go. That's better. Camera kicked in. Uh, Welcome to this new group. It's different from what I've done in the past. This one I've set up with a lot more rules, a lot more conventions, and there's a good reason for that. I'm hoping with this group that we can discuss some deeper, more personal things and really grow together as a group of believers. Now, as I read through scripture, and I don't know all there is to know about scripture by any stretch of the imagination, but what I do know is this is that so many times God chose people we would consider to be miscreants. And you could look up the definition. I won't give it to you here. Uh, God chose miscreants. And so we're in good company. And I don't know about you, but there's a lot of miscreants out there. There's a lot of sinners out there. And Paul said he was the worst. Well, I'm not far behind him. Um, we all struggle, and uh, I think I have a camera that I'm going to have to replace. So, welcome to the group, and I just invite you to be honest at the level in which you're comfortable. Many of us know each other, and that could bring more comfort. It could bring more stress. Um, so share at the level that you're at. If something's really deeply personal, feel free to private message me. Most of you know me and know that I'm uh, pretty strict when it comes to keeping secrets. Uh, and I will tell you that that's something that we value here in this group is keeping each other's secrets. People can't be honest where they don't feel like there's trust, and so the trust is important here. And be nice to each other. There's going to be people who are from different backgrounds. I'm sure there'll be people that come in that don't have a relationship with Jesus, and that's great. We welcome them, but at the same time, know that we do discuss Christ. We do discuss the Bible, and we go pretty deep on some things. Now, we're not going to go into deep theological subjects. That's not what this group is for. There's other groups out there for that. Um, what this group is for is to help us grow and give us a place where we can lay it out there and say, hey, this is honestly where I'm at. And it doesn't matter if I'm a uh, pastor, a teacher, a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker, whatever I or you may be, or where you are on the, I hate to use this word, religious spectrum. Or maybe I should use relationship spectrum, where you are in your relationship with Jesus. That's more descriptive than religious. Um, and I'll just say up front, I'm really tired of uh, the games that we often play in churches, and that's really one of the things that's driving this group. I'm in good company because Jesus had very little tolerance uh, for the religion of his day. Um, and he brought people into a relationship with the Lord. And so that's what I hope this group will do. Um, and the people who are in it, I'm interested to see who will actually sign up. I put uh, a public invitation out on my Facebook, and so we'll see who joins after reading the rules and agreeing to the values of this group. And uh, if any of you are listening who have helped me along in this journey, I can think of a couple people right at the top of the list um, that helped me in this journey, and you can identify yourselves. I won't give away your secret, although I value you deeply, and I think you know who you are. Um, I hope you are here because you're one that uh, values being real and transparency, and you became a good friend of mine, and you were one of those who were willing to ring the baloney bell and say, "Hey, Sam, you're not being honest." So, um, yeah, let's love each other enough to help each other grow, and let's serve one another in love, and let's bear each other's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. So, welcome to Miscreants. Uh, again, we're not perfect, any of us, by any stretch of the imagination. Most of us are nowhere close, um, myself included. Um, and so, um, yeah, let's grow in the Lord together. I guess that's it. The Lord woke me up and had me put this together. It's been rattling around in my mind for quite a while, and it's something the Lord just kind of impressed on me. It started as kind of a joke. I told somebody once, if I had my dream church, I'd name it Miscreant Assembly. And I want the men and women that love the Lord so much, and they're head over heels in love with Him. They're just willing to storm the gates of hell with a water pistol. They just trust the Lord that much. I want to be around the type of people that are just in love with Jesus, and they're rough around the edges, and they're figuring out their faith, and they're just miscreants. We used to talk about miscreants and ruffians in the Air Force, and I guess that's where miscreants came from. But it really describes the type of relationship that I want with the Lord and with people. We look at the disciples, and they were all miscreants. We look at Moses and David and even Samuel to some extent, and so many others, Rahab and Mary Magdalene and Jesus himself. Uh, he was not in the higher echelons and inner circles, and he was considered by some to be well, I won't use a seven-letter adjective, meaning his parents weren't married. Um, but he was born of scandal. I'll just put it that way. Um, Let me just share a quick story with you. I remember years and years ago when we were still in Wichita, we had this older couple in the church, and they didn't have a lot of money, but they became good friends of ours. And, they weren't fancy people, they weren't anything like that, but oh, did they know how to love people, and they loved us, and they really supported the church as best they could. And I'll never forget, one day, their names were Porky and Lorraine. I can tell you that now. They're with Jesus, and they both came up to me, and I was directing the children's church there at the church, and they said, "We received an inheritance, and we would like to share that with you and some other people from the church, you and the pastor and the assistant pastor." And I said, "Oh, that's so generous of you." And well, they gave me a significant sum of money. And I've always thought of that because I know how much of a sacrifice that sum of money was for them. And the money that they gave us, we used to buy equipment for our puppet ministry. Uh, and we used that equipment for many years and reached many children with the money that was used or that was given. Um, so, that's the type of people that I've learned so much from, that, uh, not many of us were wise by human standards, not many influential, but God chose the foolishness of the world to confound the wise. I'm tired and I'm not quoting all of that, so I apologize, but I think you get the idea. So you don't have to be perfect in this group. You just have to be real, okay? And be nice to each other. Be Christ-like. There's going to be people with whom we disagree, and that's great. We all read Scripture differently. We all interpret things differently, and God speaks to each of us differently. And if we're honest, with the Lord and with each other, we'll grow a lot in our faith, and that's my hope. So let me know if you have any questions. As always, you can reach me at pastorsam@midco.net, or here on Facebook through a Facebook message, or a message in the group feed. And I've mentioned this in the rules, but if something is intensely personal, take it to a private message, to you know protect yourself, I guess. Um, and we want you to be safe and to feel free, uh, and use wisdom. Okay. So, hey, love you bunches, and I look forward to learning and growing and being real with each other and growing together. That's it from me for now. So long.